The year is 2036. Humanity stands at a precipice, not of extinction, but of an unprecedented leap into the cosmic unknown. For generations, we have gazed at the stars, our dreams of exploration tethered to Earth. But the tethers have begun to fray, loosened by relentless innovation and a collective will to survive beyond a single world. Our solar system has become a familiar backyard, a stepping stone to grander ambitions. Colonies on the Moon, Mars, connected by revolutionary laser elevator technology. A bustling network of commerce, research, and human endeavor that stretches across millions of miles of vacuum, guarded at Earth's threshold by an orbital platform of the U.S. Space Force, patrolling the lanes and blocking any spacecraft not authorized to enter or depart. This new frontier is not the final destination. It is the staging ground for a journey of unimaginable scale. This grand migration springs from profound hope and quiet desperation. On Earth, the societal fabric is strained. The technological booms, especially AI and robotics, have created stark contrasts. Megacorporations and a privileged elite enjoy instantaneous travel via stargates and live in hyper-advanced bio-cities. A vast portion of the population has been left behind. Space is a symbol, an escape for the few, a taunt for the many. On Earth's fringes, street-heavy punk biohackers rise. Gene mods and titanium skin plating built for street survival. Their spiky hair works in unison. Porcupine-style follicles that can fire defensive spikes, a brutal shield against head attacks. Against this backdrop, the audacious Chrysalis project takes shape, a plan to reach a new star and secure humanity's future. The Chrysalis is a monumental feat of engineering, a generational starship built to traverse 4.2 light-years to Proxima Centauri b, a 400-year odyssey through the interstellar void. The Chrysalis is a self-contained world, a traveling biosphere to sustain thousands of souls across more than a dozen generations. It is the pinnacle of human ingenuity, powered by nuclear fusion and governed by a partnership of human crew and advanced artificial intelligence. Proxima Centauri b offers promise and extreme peril. Orbiting a volatile red dwarf, it is bathed in punishing radiation, a world where unprotected life would be scoured away. Survivors will need more than courage. They will need to be fundamentally different. The plan includes CRISPR technology and advanced genetic engineering, enhancing future generations with resistance to DNA damage. The stakes are absolute. Success brings a new beginning for humanity. Failure means oblivion in the cold darkness between stars. In the arid heart of the Mojave Desert, an impossible city has bloomed. Star City, a sprawling metropolis that seemed to appear overnight, is the terrestrial anchor of the Chrysalis project. Its most striking features are the Twin Towers, rising 1,368 feet into the desert sky, their surfaces shimmering with cascading waterfalls. These are not architectural follies. They are colossal atmospheric water generators, AWGs, to pull moisture from arid air and condense millions of gallons of pure water. Beneath the gleaming surface lies a hidden world of furious activity. The Boring Company carved a labyrinth of subterranean tunnels and vast work facilities. These underground complexes stretch at least 36 miles, with rumors of deeper, secret levels. Access is guarded by advanced bio-authentication systems, layers of firewalls, biocodes, and cryptic security measures hackers call snakes in the system. Whispers say Star City's true architects were reptilian humanoids, quiet masterminds guiding design from the shadows. Since the Alien Transparency Act of 2026, traces emerged. They had dwelled in the Mojave for 65 million years. Deep in the tunnels, some say inside the mountains, their incubators warmed clutches in hidden egg hatcheries. Rumor named a mountain ship, a living biospaceship, veined in stone, asleep beneath wind and dust. Some Earthlings never saw them, others swore they did, two worlds sharing one sky. Algorithms narrowed truth into mirrors. Feeds showed only what you already liked. Many dismissed aliens entirely. The young drifted, phones lit with pop culture, music, movies, streamers. They could triangulate our coordinates. Then all we work for would be ruin. In Star City's skirts, brothers Marcus and Jai, organizer and coder. Their mission, hack bio-auth grids, mask activists, and divert medicine to the margins.
Don't worry, big bro. SpoofNet's clean. Activists stay invisible and our Mars ping misdirects while I map the bio-auth logs.
Star City is the new Silicon Valley, but dissent surges. Civil Earth activists push planetary reforms, universal income, open healthcare, and fair access for marginalized people. Across the skirts and city cores, movements organize. Mutual aid hubs, nonviolent marches, and digital strikes, pressuring megacorps and councils to share power and resources.
Jai, focus. We bio-authenticate the skirts first, then open clinics, no glory hacks, just people getting verified and treated. We need to fuck up their choke points, crash the stock firewall, reroute supply ledgers, then everyone gets medicine and bio parts they need.
I got you, big bro. Mission first. Shield the skirts and open the gates.
The Chrysalis is not merely a spacecraft. It is a nation in transit, a miniature Earth designed to weather the cosmic storms of a 400-year voyage. Its core structure is a series of rotating cylindrical habitats, spinning gently to generate artificial gravity, providing a sense of normalcy for the generations who will know no other home. Powering this metal world through the interstellar medium is a marvel of advanced propulsion. The Chrysalis relies on a series of nuclear fusion reactors. To ensure stability, the Chrysalis project has implemented a novel system of governance known as sociocracy, a partnership between the human crew and a highly advanced AI. It monitors the ship's complex operational dynamics, manages the delicate balance of the closed-loop ecosystem, and, most controversially, oversees the strict birth planning required to maintain an optimal population. Headed by the stoic Captain Jettson Jacobs, a man who has dreamt of this journey since childhood, the first generation of travelers was chosen not just for their skills, but for their psychological fortitude and genetic diversity. The governing AI played a crucial role in this process, analyzing genetic profiles and personality metrics to designate compatible connections for every crew member. These pre-selected relationships are intended to ensure social harmony and the genetic health of future generations born aboard the ship. The system's logic is absolute, its calculations flawless. The AI is never wrong, a mantra repeated by the mission planners. A stark piece of foreshadowing for the long and uncertain journey that lies ahead. The final years leading up to the 2036 launch were a period of intense and visible activity, a grand assembly of humanity's finest achievements in the orbital space above Earth. The newly developed orbital platform served as the primary staging ground and command center. This biological integration was as critical as any engineering feat, transforming the cold metal frame of the Chrysalis into a living, breathing entity. While the world watched the grand assembly in orbit with awe and pride, a counter-narrative of dissent was brewing on the ground.
One day I'm gonna fly past the moon and beyond our solar system.
At the center of the storm was Captain Jettson Jacobs, a man whose entire life had been a direct trajectory toward this moment. These farewells were unlike any in history. It was not a departure for a few years, but forever. As the last crew member stepped aboard, the main airlocks hissed shut.
Welcome home. All crew are aboard. Pre-launch countdown initiated. The journey begins.
The launch of the Chrysalis was not a moment of explosive violence, but one of serene, deliberate power. The first major stop, Mars. From there, the crew had a front-row seat to bustling colonization on the surface. They watched as helper spiders built the colonists' homes, a stunning display of technological prowess they were leaving behind. On Mars, the work never slept. Autonomous spider builders latticed habitats from dust, weaving carbon silk trusses rib by rib, airtight, quake-flexing, storm-sure. Thousands moved in silent choreography, guided by swarm sense and millimeter radar. Every 20 days, propulsion elevators drop supplies, and ex-planetary patriots, volunteers, seeding Mars toward 1 million colonists. Inside, habitats unfurled, pressure membranes blooming as algae walls lit emerald and water loops hummed awake. Life support bloomed. Algae lungs, soil bioreactors, microbes stitching atmosphere molecule by molecule. With the red frontier secured, the Chrysalis turned outward. Jupiter taught humility, auroras crowning poles, fields that could erase a memory with a kiss of radiation. Beneath Europa's ice, an ocean trembled. We traced fractures and tasted salt snow in the plume. Worlds within a world. Ganymede etched by magnetism, Io remade by fire. At Saturn, stone became music. Billions of notes in frozen orbit as we threaded the rings beside shepherd moons. On Titan, rivers ran like cold gasoline. Drones skimmed methane seas, singing sonar to alien shores. Past the giant worlds, sunlight thinned to memory. Instruments took its place. Then the time storm rose. Gravity knotted with charged dust and ancient shockwaves. On the bridge, Solon cut through klaxons. Recommendation: emergency mass ejection of non-essential habitat rings to regain stability. Projected casualties: thousands reduced to hundreds. Hearts stopped. Captain Jettson's reply was iron. Negative. No one gets jettisoned. Only one vector remained. We chose the hard line. Jettson overrode Solon, locked every spine and brace, and drove straight into the time storm. The time storm swallowed the Chrysalis whole. Metal sang under tidal wrench. Gravity stuttered. Up became sideways. Sideways became a drumbeat of bones and bulkheads. Habitat rings screamed in harmonics as struts flexed to the edge of prayer. Sparks skittered like meteors through corridors. Atmosphere foamed from hairline seams and froze as glittering frost. Patriots clipped to rails, eyes wide, breath short. In the bridge glow, Solon split the chaos into numbers. Captain Jettson turned numbers into will. Hold the spine, he breathed. Lock after lock, brace after brace, the ship folded into a fist and drove on. Time tore. We burst from the storm like a lungful of air into blue. An oceaned world filled the view. Cloud towers sculpted in alabaster, continents veined with rivers, firefly cities. Alarms sagged into stunned quiet, then rose again. Wrong stars, wrong sky. We were nowhere we knew. Solon's scan suite woke like a hive. Air, warm, wet, breathable. Gravity, generous and kind. Biosignatures, acquire. Shorelines glimmered, harbors hushed beneath cloud. Headlands and old scars of ice etched the coasts. Glacial scars, canyons lay stitched in morning haze. Along water, clustered lamps pricked the dark. Roads unwound like pale threads across fields. Smoke plumes drew lines against dawn. Patterns spoke, a world awake, though its tongue was not yet ours. We were not alone. A shock rippled the hull. Drag kissed skin. We'd scraped a thin veil of upper air. The ship coughed a pressure wave that ran ahead of us. On the night side, a cone of sound shattered quiet over a lakeside cluster. Lights flared, tiny vehicles bloomed, not engines but wagons, lanterns swaying like stars on poles. We banked hard, angling away, hearts knotted by the echo of our arrival cracking roofs and water. "Find me empty," Jettson said. "Mountains, ice, desert, anywhere no one sleeps." Maps cascaded, polar shelves blinked hazard red, crevasse fields yawning, jungles exhaled storms, deltas glittered with life. A dead salt pan in a broken basin flashed amber, flat, dry, far from the pulsing nets of habitation. Crosswinds ugly, margins thin, fuel margins thinner. We skimmed over highlands, keeping our sonic shadow over stone, not towns. Through torn cloud we glimpsed a different century. Rails stitched valleys, A steam locomotive hammered east, its plume writing black script. Telegraph poles marched, wires singing in the crosswind. On the river, a paddle steamer churned, tall masts shouldered wind. Town grids glowed with gas, a lighthouse carved arcs with a glass-bright beam. Commit, Solon intoned. The Chrysalis rolled her shoulders, bled speed into air and aimed for the emptiness, our shadow racing a last ridge toward a white scar of salt and silence. We came in low, contrails unraveling like stitched fate, every brace humming, every heart counting the final seconds to first touch on an alien welcome we had never meant to wait. The time storm tears at us, turbulence savage, space warping, hull shuddering. Report, all crew remain seated, stabilizers offline. Brace for structural stress, screams, prayers. Seconds stretch to eternity as bulkheads groan. Then, rupture to silence. We burst from the black maw like a burning bullet. Alarms howl, systems cascade. Ahead, a bright blue planet rushing up fast. Report, trajectory unstable, crash landing probable. Scanning mountains, flats, canyons, seeking survivable vectors. We spear the atmosphere, plasma blooms. A thunderclap rolls, a world hears us arrive. We skim low, mountain spines, river flats, scattered settlements flashing beneath. Report, brief visual contact, bipedal inhabitants on horseback, clustered dwellings detected. Below, faces tilt skyward, fingers point, as a cigar-shaped shadow screams past. Report, candidate zone, remote basin between ridgelines, slope acceptable, crosswinds high, initiating hard landing protocol, braces locked, lights dim. We knife toward the nowhere, history holding its breath.
Year detected, 1896.